is a reference to the block club. We were just informed that yes, that they have met to just galvanize the community again, to go out and engage the community. But years ago, back in the 80s, or before that, to give you just a little brief history. Back in the 70s, I was a group service worker, which another name for that is called community organizing. And what I did is that I was hired, trained by Acorns, organization out of Chicago. And after my training, we went into the communities because there were no block clubs. And my job was to establish block clubs. But more than that, the block clubs served another purpose. That was to create what you call associations. And what we see here are some associations that were created from those block clubs years ago. So this is not to stab at you or put you down, but now there's a revisiting of what has worked in the past, but now we want to bring it back to work in the present. But you have to remember, back there at the end of the 80s, here in Chicago, you had more than 60,000 eyes on watch in the community against gang violence. We had a community relations officer that we could go to. At that time, I just happened to be what you call a beat representative. Beat 725 in the Eagle Wood area. So we had these organizations present, but not all the players was at the table that should have been there. But at least they met. That's a start. So we hope to connect with them. Dr. Frazier and I and the group is going forward 2012 into 2013, in which later we will present our economic program to end poverty in our community. Save lives.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Dr. Armstrong. Thank you, Imam. We have two other questions here, and then we're going to move. Again, we thank you so much for being the audience. We are really grateful for all of the wonderful answers that we've gotten, and certainly we expect it to be applied. The things that we've been doing this, we want to continue to do it. It's a grassroots movement, and we all are on board to make these things happen because we know that it's possible. One of the questions that was asked was, America has a gun and drug culture. How do we disarm the community? I'll repeat that. America has a gun and drug culture. How do we disarm the community? And if I could add, do we want to disarm the community? I'll just throw that one in. But anyway, anyone wants to take that question? How do we disarm? Yes, sir.
I have much to share, but I will condense what I have to say from my peer pressure. We do not necessarily disarm the community. What we do is arm the community. And when I say arm the community, I'm talking about bringing those resources to the community so that they can in turn promote the health of the community. And once that happens, the gun violence and other violence will be history.
Would anyone else like to address that? I'm going to do our last question here. You want the last question or you want to? Okay, well, let's do the last question. What can we do to increase after-school programs that influence creative arts that is already affecting our children in a negative way through videos, movies, and music? How can we use it to our advantage? I'll repeat this question. What can we do to increase after-school programs that influence creative arts that is already affecting our children in a negative way through videos, movies, and music? How can we use it to our advantage? Anyone wants to take that?
Simply voice your opinion. In our community, we want to voice the negative all of the time. I often watch the Chicago Public Schools Board of Education meetings on Channel 21. They replay it on Saturdays. Everybody you see go up to that panel, Latino, Caucasian, the positive things that they want in their schools. You get the black folks up there, they're talking about negative stuff. The other races are proactive. We're reactive. And that's why they're closing our schools. So we need to voice our opinions. You go to our LSC meetings, you may have one or two parents. You know, you go to community meetings, we may have one or two parents. So we don't voice ourselves, just like now. We do not use our voice until it's too late, till it's taken away from us. So we need to start speaking up, and speaking up for our kids. So when they want it, just look at the news. The full school day program. It wasn't us that got that 30, that they went from 7.5 to 6.5. It was the Caucasians who went down there and put the pressure on them. But we just don't voice our opinion. We don't say anything until they just strip us of everything, and it's too late.
Yes, once again, I will be brief. Yes, just like we just heard, you must speak up. But after you speak up, you must step up. You know, just speaking up, talking, that is not productive. But it's when you step up that you get some results. Now, I am the facilitator for the Caps Deep meeting. The turnout is not good. Where are the people from the community who need to step up? We have basketball tournaments. We have baseball leagues. We have a number of programs designed to give our young people some alternatives to the video games. But if you don't know about it, and if your child doesn't know about it, the video game prevails. In addition, how many of you show up on report card pickup day? I've been to report card pickup day, and sometimes I'm the only one in the school. That's pathetic. You can do that. And what about first day of school? The Black Star Project is saying, take your kid to school. Well, Philip Jackson is promoting that and doing an outstanding job. But what would happen if you were to join in and help? Not just go yourself, but get your neighbor involved. Get that block club to decide this is a project we're going to do. It's going to take all of us doing, and make no mistake about it. It's not how much you do. It's how much love you put into doing. And so, we got work to do. Let's do the work. What about when the holiday season rolls around? There's such a thing as the Nguzo Saba. Those are the 7 principles of Kwanzaa.